Right then, ladies and gents, welcome to the video. So this week what I'm going to be doing is the wheel alignment on the Honda Rebel. Now I'm going to run through this process for everyone's benefit really. It's something I've got to run through anyway, but I thought it would be beneficial to people that want to service their custom bikes as well as their factory bikes as well. So there may be some differences between the two, but I'll run through that as we go along. Now I'm going to place the bike on a bit of a plinth just so I can be able to work on the spring front end. So I'm going to be machining the shims for that to align the front wheel. Now this is not necessary for you at home, so if you've got a factory bike or a custom bike, all I suggest you do is raise the rear wheel, and this will allow you to adjust the chain tensioner adjustment fixings. Now what I'm doing here is just making sure I've got a clear line of sight for when I run the string down the length of the bike. Now if you've got lower fairings or exhaust systems or any of that kind of nature that is in the way, you are going to have to remove those. So just be mindful of that if you are going to follow this process. Right then, so the method I'm going to select for aligning the wheels on the bike is the string method. So what I've got here is a nice roll of high visibility twine. So I picked this up from a local kind of building supply. It was around £4. So this is the stuff they use for outlining buildings or what have you. So yeah, about £4, and you can get all sorts of different colours as well. So what I'm going to do to begin with is take a length of that twine, and I'm going to use that to align the front end with the frame. So I'm going to take a length of twine, put in a midsection in it, and then on the two ends I'm just going to make a couple of loops and then hoop them around the fixed forks of the springer. Now the midpoint is going to centralise on that bolt or that fixing, which is the fuel tank mounting point. And you can see I've got a bit of a blue mark there just to indicate that that is the midpoint of that length of line. Right then, so the next step is to get yourself a length of twine, and then what you're going to need to do is put in the midpoint on it so you've got enough length either side of the bike, and then you're going to wrap that around the rear wheel. So loop it around a couple of times, put a knot on it, and then send those two lengths down to the front wheel of the bike. Okay, so with those two lengths of twine at the front of the bike, what we're going to need to do now is weigh them down. So get yourself a couple of weighty items and then secure those pieces of twine to those weights. I'm going to use my hydraulic press with a couple of welding magnets just because it lends itself to it quite well. So that's the route I'm going to go down. Now, if you've followed along okay with my back descriptions, not always the best, you should have something that looks like this. So you've got your two parallel pieces of twine, so secured at the front with a couple of weights or whatever kind of objects you've tied them to, and then those two parallel lines running all the way to the back of the bike, and that are tied off around the back wheel. Right then, so with that all in place, what we're going to do now is begin to adjust the setup. So what we're going to do is start at the front of the bike, and I'm going to slowly maneuver that piece of twine. So whether you've got it tied down on a weight or in my case a magnet, we're going to maneuver that in or out, and then we're also going to pluck the string as well, and then we're going to cast our eye down towards the back of the bike. So what you're looking for here is to see that the twine is just touching off the most protruding parts of the rear wheel. So usually that will be where kind of the tread section of the tyre meets the sidewall. So by plucking the string, that will help you find the touch-off point because it will basically stop that movement. So once you've adjusted both sides of the twine, either side of the bike, what we're going to do then is take a ruler and measure the distance between those two pieces of twine. Now this should be exactly the same as your tread measurement. So the tread on this bike or on this particular tyre is 150mm. Now if I do the measurement with the ruler between those two pieces of twine, it comes out 150mm, which is spot on. Okay, so with that done, what we're going to do now is move to the front of the bike, and we're going to take a measurement between those two pieces of twine. Now, if these two lines are parallel with one another, they should have the same measurement, which should be 150 millimeters, which in this case it is. Right then, so bit of or almost a bird's eye view of the setup. So what we're going to do now is look at how we adjust the alignment for your motorcycle. Okay, so we should have our two parallel lines running up the length of the bike, and then taking our measurements at the front and at the back, and these should be exactly the same. So with those measurements being the same, what we're going to do now is move to the front of the bike. Now at the front of the bike, we're going to take some measurements. So we're going to measure between the twine and the motorcycle front wheel rim, and we're going to do that at various points. So we're going to do it at the front of the rim and at the back of the rim, and we're going to do that on both sides of the wheel. Right, with our measurements taken, this is going to tell us now whether the wheels are in alignment with one another. For example, at the front, so if we've got a perfectly good setup wheel alignment, we would be getting equal readings with those measurements we've just taken. Okay, so for an example, if I did the measurement on the left side between the twine and the rim, so back and front, for example, if I got 50 millimeters, brilliant. And then if I went to measure the right hand side between the twine and the rim and also got 50 millimeters back and front, that tells me that that wheel is central to those two parallel lines, which are coming directly off the rear wheel. Now, if you're not that lucky and your measurements are not the same, then we're going to have to do some adjustments to the wheel alignment, and we do that via the rear wheel. So basically what we're going to do now is use the rear chain adjustments to angle the rear wheel. So based on your measurements, we're going to pitch the angle of the rear wheel. So you'll do that by either tightening the chain adjusters or loosening them, and very, very small incremental amounts. Okay, so those last few images, they were slightly over exaggerated, but it was just to give you an idea as to what's actually going on when you're adjusting the rear chain adjusters. So depending on your measurements, you may kind of wind one of the adjustments in and wind one of them out, and it will kind of pitch or angle the rear axle bolt. Now there is a bit of a downside to this technique, because anytime you perform adjustments to the rear chain adjusters, you are going to have to basically set up the two parallel lengths of twine again. So it can be a little laborious, shall we say. However, it is a very good way of aligning your motorcycle wheels.